Hello. Hello. I think we're live. I think we got it. I don't know. It seems a little unfocused to me, but let's try and fix her up here a little bit. Where are we? Right there. Don't look. Try and clean off the camera. How is everybody tonight? Romola, Animal Lover number 1, Bonnie. How is everybody? Cindy B. You guys are in there early tonight. Good to see you. Trying to bring us up on the on my laptop so I can read the comments. So, how are we doing? Been home for a whole week. Can you believe it? It's been amazing. It's amazing to be home. Is that? I missed it. All right, here we go. Got to bring this one up. Get in all the chats, all the things. Give myself a thumbs up. As long as I'm here, might as well. There's Jeff. How are we doing tonight, everybody? Yeah, here we are. Can't believe it. I've been home for a week. I am almost caught up on the majority of everything. Well, on the majority of my unpacking and getting it ready and getting it out. I shipped out 10 packages today. Still looks fuzzy to me. Is it fuzzy to you guys? Am I blurry? I know I keep putting my hand in your face. I don't know why it looks so blurry to me, but hopefully that's better for you guys. As long as it focuses when I put stuff up there, I think we're good. I have 2 packages that I have to pack tonight to go out tomorrow, and then we'll be all cut up. So I'm good. I'm glad I'm clear because boy, I just don't look clear to me on mine. So wonderful. As long as you all see me clear. Hi, I'm Becky, Vintagevikingtreasures. I am in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I have been working on getting caught up from coming back from my 2 live in-person shows in Alabama and Ohio. So Friday night, Jeff and I finally got the car finished unpacking. I've been slowly unpacking all the things. Oh, thanks, honey. I've been slowly unpacking all the things that needed to be gone through for getting caught up with the my invoicing. And guys are full of it. Stop it. So here we are. I'm back to a new month. All the regular meetings that I have between the lodge. The beginning of the month, we have a Fenton meeting that was today. So today has been a long day. I rolled Lutza for a couple hours and went to the Fenton meeting, did a few errands, and then on my car went, ding, you need gas. I was like, oh, that might be a good idea to get that on the way on my next stop so I don't miss the next one. There's Miss Kristen. How are you doing tonight, Miss Kristen? So glad to have you back. So all the things I've been trying to get around to all my regular haunts, trying to catch up on finding some new treasures for us. Yes, give everybody whatever kind of update you'd like to give, Kristen. Feel free to put it in the chat. We love being able to have you back and hang out with us. Kim said that she'll be on a little bit later. She's at her meeting tonight and that she'll be back. She'll pop in and say hi. Hi, Miss Laura. How are you doing tonight? So will be in to say hello as well. So yeah, all the things, all the stuff back into full swing, regular things. I've been at my booth twice, I believe. First, I just was there to straighten up. And then I was there a couple days later to get my paperwork for the next period and to add some stuff. I found 2 boxes, a box and a half in when we were unloading that need to go to the booth. So I have some glass that will be going back into the booth as well. Yeah, I know. Well, it's hard. It's always hard when you lose a family member like that, a pet as well. I think most of us have been there at one time or another, so we all understand. But it takes a little bit for that to get going. So we're happy that you're able to come over and say hi because we missed you and all that stuff. So yeah, the good news is that sounds terrible. There's a new cat coming to you in the mail. I know it's not the same, but yeah, maybe you'll have a little. I'm sure you'll have a little memorial of her as well. So yeah. I know. I feel like that's like a huge understatement, but it will be on its way tomorrow. So, with everybody saying all their highs, welcome in everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all the support, all the thumbs up, all the watching. I think I am on like a 33 streak or something like that between posting. Been trying to post once a day. I think I missed one day, but I posted it the next morning instead. Been really, really close. So I'm trying to get, I think I'm gone back to July, I think, from last year in my camera roll looking for new things and stuff. So I'm sorry, Bonnie. You know, you just never know when all that's gonna happen. You can have them for a long time, you can have them for just a little bit. Totally understand. We had Caitlin had a roommate, my middle one, my middle child, and she had 2 little cats, and one of them ended up like just disappearing one night, got caught up in a fence and got tangled up and hurt her innards, and they had to put her down because it was just too strangling of what happened. Like she had a hernia or something like that. It was really sad because she was just such a sweet little young kitten. We all loved her. So it's just hard knowing if it's not, yours that you've lived with for a long time, but it's heartbreaking to have to deal with all that stuff. So our hearts go out to all of you. Honestly, we've all been there in one sense or another. So, but hi, Margaret. Welcome in. Good to see you. I know. It is. It's rough. So, yeah, I won't. Yeah, we can definitely all empathize. So, but where are we at tonight? Let's see what else is going on. Oh, well, even yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I haven't told you. I've unloaded. I've packed up. Yeah, I invoiced. Everybody is paid, which is phenomenal from the last 5 weeks, which is awesome. Laura. And I got 10 packages put out today in the mail. I have 2 that will go out tomorrow. We'll be all cut up. So we'll be right on track for all the things and all the stuff to just be kind of back in a routine here. I don't have, I thought about being in a show and it didn't work out that was going to be local here in Colorado Springs. Long story short on that, it was a good thing because I was still kind of just too pooped to do a full show. But I think it was better not going. So there's that. It didn't end up being exactly the same, the kind of items that I thought was going to be there. So it worked out, which is easy peasy. Didn't have to worry about it. But nonetheless, I had hoped we could get into a show. So the next one I have, I believe, is in July here in Colorado, up in Loveland. So with that being said, I have you guys here on Tuesday nights. Steven should be back. I need to double check with him. It will be in 2 weeks. Stephen will be back. I have looked at my schedule for doing another Pixie sale because my drawer is starting to get full over here. And I honestly don't remember the date off the top of my head, but it will be somewhere between, I think we had the last one in April and the next one, the last one for the year is in October. So it's somewhere in the middle. I think it's in July sometime. So I do have a couple of dates scheduled with Trisha, Sandy and Otto that will be on Saturday nights. So if you check out her channel, they are Saturday Night Live that start at 8 my time again. And hers usually go for 3 hours-ish, give or take, if not more. So I'll be bringing some different stuff to that as well. And then working on my booth. So by being able to go through everything here, offering it to you guys first, it helps me get it on out to the booth. And we'll get in a nice routine here for the next couple months to keep things moving right along. So I invoice through PayPal. I do shipping estimates through Pirate Ship. And I try and get my invoices out now that I am home. We'll be back on that regular schedule of hope to be able to get our invoices out within 48 hours. I ask that you try and pay them within 48 hours or contact me. Let me know what's going on. I am not like this, if you don't do it, you're out, because I can't ship every single one of them at the same time. However, as they all trickle in, we're all good. Everybody's, by the time I get to the end of the thing and go, oh, what's up here? And then it's paid and it's shipped out and we're all good and good. So, and that means I try and get them shipped out within 48 hours of them being paid. So that was my big push last night, was having them ready to go out to the post office, because here in Colorado Springs, the post office only ships out once a day. If you get it in by 5:30, then it goes up to Denver to the regional distribution center and it gets on its way. So even if I get it there at 8 a.m., it's the same as me getting there at, a minute before they close. So it's been a day, but I have a little bit of a pile all waiting here for you guys. I have some stuff that I purchased on the last few days home that I still have to unpack. I have some new stuff from being home. And we have Kristen back in the chat, so she's going to be modding for us tonight. How are we doing, Kristen? Are we ready to roll? Are we ready to do the things and the stuff and all that jazz? And if you haven't, yes. On YouTube, please go check it out. I've posted some of the really fun places we've visited over the last year, a couple of really great finds, a couple of things that have more information about a specific item that I've seen along the way. I'm trying to put more information in those reels, those shorts, so that I'm trying to make them long enough so everybody can read it, or you can watch it 6 times. That would be even better, to see what it says. So it's been kind of fun to be able to do that, but it's starting to become challenging because I have a little less, because I'm working my way through it. I'm gonna have to find some new stuff to go make some more videos with. So, all right, let's just start with what's out on the desk, and then we'll work our way around. So Chris and I have a start of a choice. These will be $3 choice. They are vintage wonder books. There we go. One is Happy Animals, and the other is The Really Truly Treasure Hunt. I thought it was going to rhyme, but it didn't by the time I got to it. Wonder books out of New York, dated copyright 1962. They are all full pictures, full color children's style books. So these are they're going on 60 years, 35, yeah, I'm just on 60. And then this one's about Happy Animals, 1957, so it's a little bit older. Got all the different kinds of animals, some great illustrations and all that in there. They are hardback, they are narrow. I would say they're reminiscent of a golden book, kind of in their size and shape, but a different maker and thus The binding's just a little bit different, but this one has a giraffe on the front of it. So that's why this one caught my eye to start with. So, oh, I need to do this over here too, guys. Let me pull this out super fast. Because you guys need to see these, because I would love to get them to my booth. And I've had them sitting to the side for a few, probably months. And they need to be seen. So basically, too, we'll do a starting offer. If only one person puts in the number, it becomes a claim. If we have more than one person, it becomes an offer up, and we go through the whole offer process and then call it sold. Somebody comes in the middle of us counting it down, it will open up so everybody has a chance to get in there and have a say. There's no just in case and no trying to beat the lag or anything. So everybody has a chance at it. Because I know the lag is crazy. So I found these. They are like a local artist who did photography. I have a whole stack of them. They will be $2 each. I'm going to do just go through them super fast. They come with an envelope. So they're like a card. You can, give them as a gift. The majority of them are signed by the photographer, which I believe is, well, this one's not. So, but I believe it says JD or DJ Holt Photography. I'm wondering if, well, I guess it's in ink. So, but we'll just, what size are they? They are 7 by 5 by 7. This one just confuses me. I keep looking at it upside down. It goes this way. Looks like Daisy's really up close with a yellow mat. So they're matted and framed. If you're interested in one, just put in the name of the piece, like Sunset. This one's kind of like a starburst of the sun going down, or I don't know, it could be sunset or sunrise for that matter. So not all of them have the stamp on the back, but they're all from this photographer. This would be an orange sunset. This one is a moon. The moon up in the sky, and it's nice and orange. I know not everybody's thing is photography, but it's like a baby llama. Something speaks to you that you like to have like a small piece to put on it's like fog in a field or on the prairie, to put on like a mural wall or something like that to fill in a little space. That one is really just doesn't come up very well. I guess that's like fog again, or like the in the morning, like the mist coming off as it evaporates with the fence line. This one is some fall leaves. Or if you have someone you want to do like a card to, this are mountains with the aspen. Oh, the glare is something else. There we go. Trying. This one is all in the snow with the pines. We still have snow up on the peak. I'm guessing we're going to have it until July at this rate. This was up close on a limb on a pine tree. This one is black and white with a fence post line. We have a wooden bridge with fall leaves and the reflection in the water. I have two of this one. I have two of it this way is a bridge with the snow on it. And then this one's just a little different angle. Two in the blue mat, one in ecru mat. It's just a slight difference of angle of the bridge going across there. All right, Romola, I'm going to come back and find mountain. This one is mountain. This wood bridge. And this one, the fence line. Those are correct. I'll put you down for them. We're almost halfway there. I thought that they would also be good at my booth for like, what's the word? Souvenirs. There's a lot of people that come through and do souvenir shopping at the antique mall while they're here in Colorado. So I'm going to say 3 prints for Romola. And thank you so much. We'll finish going through them. This one has it looks like fall, but well, there's no leaves on the trees, and it's a reflection of that tree line. It's double matted. This one is really pretty. I think this must be on the other side of Pikes Peak, where you're in the high prairie with the water and the reflection of the sky. And this one's got some fall color. Looks like it's up in the high country as well with the mountain behind it. Oh, that sounds fun, Romola. Great idea. Would you, I'll put in the envelopes unless you don't want them. This looks like ice from a little bit of a waterfall or a water feature of some sort, more black and white. They would. They would look neat on a little easel frame as well, in a something little vignette. Now this one goes the other direction. Well, yeah, I would. Oh, it goes this way. I totally had it wrong. This looks like a little bit of a tattered flag in front of a military headstone in black and white. Have an up close of the sunflower. Have a black and white of probably the similar sunflower, since we have a couple of those already. This one is the burgundy irises. Oh, this might be where that up close black and white of the ice came from. That looks like a little bit of a waterfall area, rocks and such. Miss Jerry, you just tell me which one you want. We'll put you down for it. I'm trying to just go through any of them. As long as you can pretty much just give me a description, we'll pull which picture you like. This looks like some of the aspens coming or going. They're either like a light green. We have snow up there. Oh, where is that? I don't know where that is. I think this is probably more springtime. We still have snow, and then the lighter green is coming in between the trees. This one is some fall foliage with the mountains in the background. Again, high country because the mountains aren't very tall. So if you haven't been to Colorado up in the high country, when you're up in the mountains, it's like being in a prairie between the mountain ridges. So yeah, Miss Jerry, just let me know which picture you would like. We'll get them set aside for you. This looks like a black-eyed Susan. Another up close limb of a pine tree. And let me make sure this one goes the right direction. We have, why are they so hard? This goes this way. We have aspens in total golden glory in the fall. So the black-eyed Susan, you got it. This one here, perfect. So we have prints, 2 each. If there's anybody else who is interested in any of the prints, something you want to see more up close or a little bit longer, just let me know. And I'm glad that I remembered to show them to you because I was forgetting a little bit to do that. So there we go. We'll just keep working on that stuff. Perfect. So I'm going to put this one here for Noah, and this one here for Miss Jerry. We got it. Okay, these books are done. Books are done. Ha ha ha. like Brooks and Dunn. All right. I have a pillow cover. I know this is a strange thing, but I needed the pillow form for something else, and it'll ship so much better without the big pillow form in it. It is about 15 by 15 square, and it's the sequence that change. So we have $3 start. We have the unicorn with the eyes shut. Oh, look, it's Kylie. Sorry. You have a Kylie in your life. And then it slides up to the gold. Is it going to go all the way for me, or we're going to have an issue? I don't know. Goes to the gold pillow that way. I didn't realize there was a name on it. I must have missed it. But I bought it for the form that I needed for something else. But I thought I'd offer that to you guys before it went to the booth as well. I'm sounding like a broken record. You know what I mean. You know why I got it. Where it's going next. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, cool. These are an older style lamb figures. I did look them up quick. I put 2 on them, 2 each in my booth, so I start them at 1 each here. There are 12 available. They're that harder plastic. They all look exactly the same, but I have 12 of them. So I don't know if somebody had, like a whole like a field, a whole herd on a display or something like that. I think they are like 60s-ish by the style of the plastic, but you can see the texture in the fleece. That's the word I'm looking for. They're about 2 by 2.5 and are about 3/4 inches deep. So I have up to 12 available of those little guys. Put them, I don't know why. I took all 12 out of the bag. I'm not quite sure why. They're all exactly the same. This one's just a little dirtier. It must have got played with more often. There we go. I haven't seen one of these in a while. I think they kind of start to save them for the holidays. I have a flocked antlered deer. He is the big size, which means he is approximately 8 inches tall and about 8 inches wide. Stands about 2 inches deep. He would be a $6 start. He is flocked and has the dark, like the spray paint or the, what do they do? Wow, words are coming. Airbrush details of the difference in the color. There's a little bit like where he was probably in a box, but I think with a little bit of brushing up, it would all kind of polish back out again. But here's his little face. See? Yeah, it just looks like he's got a few fuzzies on it. It looks really bad in the camera, like it's missing, but it's not. It's like the pillow, like the pile is the wrong direction, and you're seeing the reflection off of it. He doesn't have any major chunks. It's just brushed the wrong direction. So that's the flocked guy. We're going to be everywhere, all the different things. Hi, Midge. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? All right. Just want to make sure that we're all on the same side here. Going that way. I have a vintage Tupperware. You'll have to help me out. I don't remember having one of these. This will be let's just do a $4 start. I know Stephen is always telling me, get all the Tupperware. So here is, I think it's for powdered sugar, because this is the base. I'm thinking that there might have been a lid right here to keep it from, leaking or for making a mess. But it has the little turn at the top. So you can kind of dust, I don't know, what do we want to call it? Donuts, pies, whatever. But it looks like a pepper grinder almost. It's on all in white. Those two pieces are 9 inches tall. And yeah, that comes off for filling this end, and it has like that little grid. So you don't get chunks of your powdered sugar out. But I think what we're missing then is like the cap for when you'd set it on the counter and it wouldn't sprinkle anywhere. But we get what we get sometimes. All right, this one was supposed to go with me to the BTS. Right, that's what I thought. I mean, I've seen them in the salt and peppers, but they're smaller. So that's why I'm surmising that one is that one as well. Like I said, this one was supposed to go to BTS with me. This is a Royal Dalton Crystal by Web Corbets. There's the sticker on it. This is lead crystal little creamer picture. Really pretty. Let me see if I can get it to. So $5 start. I put about $8 on it. I believe this is a pressed pattern. It does not feel like it has been etched or cut in, but because it is in lead crystal, it really sparkles and shines in the light. This little creamer is 4 inches tall, about 4 inches wide with the handle, and about 3 inches wide on the side. So 3, 4, 4. And hi, Miss Kathy. Good to see you tonight as well. This would be pretty with milk in it or cream in it for a tea, because then you have all the pretty light sparkling off of it. Okay. Who's ready for some beaded fruit? I know some of these go crazy, but I think these if you've seen a few things, these have some age to them. I don't know if they're flocked underneath. I really can't tell. Or if they were like a kit. But I have 5 different shapes, so they'll be $3 each. So they have the shape of the fruit itself with the flocked stem and leaves, and this one is a pear. So some of that color you're seeing, like that orange-ish. Hi, Sherry, good to see you. Is what you're seeing, like, is the shape underneath. So it kind of gives that Bartlett pear kind of look with the yellow beads and then the pins that are holding it into the foam shape. I don't want to pull any out because that makes them loose and then they fall out. But these are fairly secure. This one is a banana, again, with the leaves. I don't know if I've ever seen any banana leaves like this, but they are there on this one. They're not like super bright colors. They're showing up a little bit brighter than they are to me in person. A little lemon. I believe this one would be the plum. So they're about 3 inches across, and then like the pear is about 4 inches tall. All right, Miss Jerry, you got it. And then I think this one would be the peach or nectarine with the, like where it gets really that bright red color on peach when it's ripe. But it is a sharp contrast currently with those beads. So I have Jerry on the banana. Just to recap, I have a pear, a peach, a plum, or an apple. I guess it could be a red apple. You got me. And a lemon. And Jerry. This is how it was this morning at Lefsa. I had 2 Marias. Everybody had rhyming names today. All right, Miss Jerry, I got you for the banana and the lemon. 3 times 2. Perfect. Thank you so much. Sit over here. No rolling off the table, everybody. Perfect. When I've been seeing those in antique malls recently, I've just been looking at them to see what pricing they've had them. People are asking $25, $40 for a set of 3 or 4, which really surprises me, but I think they've gotten more popular lately. So where am I going next? Let's see what's in the next bag. I always feel like because they charge for bags here in Colorado that I can't cut them off because that would just be a waste of bags. This is a little Hatchimals that are going to go in my booth. Well, this bag's a bust. This is for my niece for her birthday. That's her little wooden fruit to go in her little kitchen. She'll be 2. Oh my goodness. I can't even. Oh, I found one. And some napkin rings that are going in the BTS pile. All right. No, don't make any messes. I have a charm. They are. I feel like I'm a hoarder of plastic bags. And it's so hard coming back here to remember that I need to have a plastic bag. I mean, I know it, but I haven't had them in my car just because we've been traveling and we have other things that need to be in the space. So then I forget to put them back in the car after we get back. So I have a little bag of charms. This is the one that I thought was really cool. This is the one I bought it for. There's some other lesser charms that I'll show you as well that are all in here. I believe this is sterling. That's what. Let's get all the magnifying glasses out. For crying out loud. Stuck. Yes, it's marked 925 on it. And I think when I looked it up, it said Poseidon or like Neptune on the back. It's marked right there in the middle. Let's see if we can show it really good. Mark 925 right there. It's approximately 1¼ inch tall and about 5/8 inch across. I would start him at $15. So you can see his mertail. He's got his staff. I'm not sure what he's pouring out there. If that's got to do with maybe some, what would it be? Like a folklore or a myth, maybe. But it's a pretty good sized charm. So that is what I bought the one for in the first place. Oh, I don't need any more bags. I just feel like I can't cut them open because they're worth 10 cents a piece. Because you don't get them other than in little bitty businesses. So, and then these charms will be, let's just do $2 a piece. Well, one just went all the way on the floor. It's a sand dollar. So I have a sand dollar like this in a charm. And I also, so it'd be choice, $3 each. Did I say 3 or 2? Kristen will remember because I'm not. Kathy, are you claiming? Oh, is it Neptune? Okay, that's what I couldn't remember. You're just clarifying my my myth, my lore, my guy here. Oh my goodness, why is it? It's starting to get warm here. So now and I was over a 500-degree grill this morning for 2 or 3 hours. My legs are freezing because I have the fan on, but up here, because there's no air moving, you can tell I'm getting all nice and flushed and warm. Yeah, charms. I have a wheel, like a ship's wheel, gold tone. I have the gold tone sand dollar in the charm and in a pin. This one's like a lapel pin. I have it. It's right down there by my feet. I will remember to pick it up, I promise. But there's no use me going down under the desk currently. A little anchor in the gold tone. And then this one is a little bit bigger. It's 1.5 inches long. I don't know if it's got any marks on it. It almost looks like a real little seahorse. So it's 1.5 inches long. It's significantly bigger than the other charms. For comparison, right next to each other. And then the last one that came in that bag, I don't know what it's from. Somebody might know the logo. Looks like it goes on, I don't know. It's a really shiny, some sort of a cruise, looks like. I can't imagine it would go on a necklace or a bracelet. That is just too big. It's almost 2 inches by 1.5 inches. So, but I think it's a cruise logo. So, Cindy B, I got you. I'll take the sand dollar charm. Thank you very much. I'll find the little baggie back. Oh, that's a good idea. A zipper pull. Yep, there you go. It could be an ornament eventually because of the size of it. But it's got to be, I'm guessing it's some ship cruise line logo. So. Okay, got this, got that. I have some plush that are already out. This guy is Aurora. He will be a $3 start. He is a tan horse. This is just how they hung them, so I was going to leave that on in case I needed it for the booth. Good shape. Aurora and Aurora, this is one of the brands I really like. And I have a penguin choice for $3. Look, he's just a little round, he's just a little pudgy penguin. He is also Aurora. About 5.5 inches tall. This is where his original cardboard tag was. That can just come off. So, and then I got this guy. I went to look him up. He has got some of the strangest fur on him. It's kind of a Siamese cat, but he has got an attitude. Totally got an attitude. And he's got a wire in his tail. He is also a $3 start. He's got wire in all of the legs, so you can make sure you can have him standing up. Yeah, he's seen a few things. Those blue eyes, you can definitely tell that he's a Siamese. Oh, okay. That's good to know too. Thank you, Kristen. I know there's so many things I do a quick Google search on. I'm like, okay, they're good. And then it just leaves me. This bigger one will be a $6 start. This is the larger size tie. And it has a little pink, like rock and roll satin jacket on. It says, eat, dance, sleep. Well, it does say JoJo Siwa. Just a heads up. And however we feel about that some sort of way, that's what it says. But this is the Beanie Buddy size ties and the white teddy bear. A nice size bear. Probably sitting up, it's about 10 inches tall. Bonnie's going to take the cat. Yep, it was a $3 start as well. Thank you, Bonnie. All right, Bonnie. Perfect. Thank you so much. I have a couple garden flags like Steven usually shows. These are double-sided. They'll be $4. This one says welcome with a little gnome kind of peeking around the corner. We have tulips, like a daffodil, some other, floral on there. It's that burlap kind of fabric that's been printed on. This should be the standard garden size flag, which is 18 by 12, a little bit over that, 12 and a half. So same thing, both sides. I have that one with the gnome, and I have a freedom, let freedom ring, patriotic gnome. Look, he's got a little butterfly. More of the tulips and the red, white, and blue. Again, same size, 18 by 12 and a half, basically. And it is also on that burlap style fabric. Sometimes I ordered, I'm like, well, that looks interesting. Let's see how those are. And then I'm like, well, that's not the one I want in my front yard, but maybe, because I have one that I have a mailbox cover and I got the flag that matched it. So I was like, that's what I really like to have out there. I'm not sure when I'm ordering if I can really tell that this is the background or not. And I kind of like the ones that are a little bit more of a real crisp, but same difference. Gotta offer them to you guys before they go out to the booth. Bonnie's going on the gnome flag. And I know I just really sold that to you. I mean, I'm like, I try and get samples of the things that I'm interested in. Not all of them make the cut. Let's put them that way. If I really like it, then I try and get more of it. So does that sound better? Thank you, Bonnie. We're going to put him there. Perfect. That one goes there. I'm going to take a sip quick. Midge, yep. Which one were you thinking about? This welcome one? Bonnie was claiming the freedom one. Okay. So if you were interested in the freedom, this one, if it was this one, what I can do is if this is the one you want, I can try and look into getting another one for you. And then you can both have one if you want the freedom one. Would that work? Or I have the welcome one still available. I'm just going to take the welcome. Okay, perfect. All right. Because what I'm trying to do is for my Scandinavian stuff that is way in the fall, I'm trying to get a sampling of some items that I think would be good to have at that show. And then sometimes I'm like, well, that's not exactly what I thought I was looking at. And that's why I have onesie twosies of some of these. That's where it's coming from. Okay, perfect. This one is claimed. We got it. Oops. So speaking of that, when I've been going over to Miss Kathleen's house and we've been working on getting things priced for my booth, I have these little snap wallets. They open up like with pressure. I have 3 of these available. They say, my ancestors were Vikings from Norway. I'm going to price them at $8, so I can do $7 here for you guys. I have 3 of them. They're like a faux textured leather, which is 5.5 by 4 inches. They remind me of like the coin purses because it just takes pressure to open them up like that. And I'm just not getting it. Good. There we go. And then it shuts nice and closed like that. And these I'm going to put in my next. Hi, Geneva. Good to see you. My next Pixie sale. I have some Plush little ornaments going in there. And then I have some coasters that are all different shields. These are $2 each. They are like the little press chipboard, and then they've been printed on. So they're kind of just a fun little unique, fun something to have on the side table for having a coaster. They're 4 inches across, and I have 16. I think I have 2 of each. So blue stripe, blue diamond. This one has like a red serpent. This is a Celtic pattern on the red. If there's a style that you're interested in, again, help me out with the keyword. The blue swirl. Looks like we have blue and red swirls. Style of a Celtic knot. There's this. I like this one a lot. The 2 dragon heads facing off. That reminds me of the logo that I have. And then I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's the 8 styles, and I have 2 of each. If anyone is interested in coasters, otherwise those are going to the Scandinavian inventory. That I don't know about. Might need scissors today. Is it getting warm for everybody? It's finally just starting to warm up around here. We've had rain almost every day in the afternoon. I don't think we had thunderstorms this afternoon. It was fantastic. 4, 5, 6. I have another set of coasters. Imagine that. They are like the silver plate, the fancy stuff that will get a little tarnish, but these look like brand new out of the package. They have like a plastic underside, so they don't really slide too much. They come on the stand. This would be a $5 start. There's no marking. They remind me of like a wedding present that somebody didn't use. And then the box just got discarded because they don't even have like oxidation on them. But they're nice, pretty silver coaster set, 6 included. I keep putting stuff on both sides. I need to remember to go to the same side. That is going here. All right. Oh, forgot it. Around 90 tomorrow. Wow. I think somebody told me that it was going to be 90 here in Colorado the beginning of the week. All right, I have a total mid-mod. Couple pieces here, they coordinate. This planter will be a $12 start. Let's see. I believe it is a hobby piece. Come on now, cooperate. Nobody wants to cooperate. We'll do that way. So we have the planter with a little frog lounging on the top of the stump, a little mushroom in the greens and browns. It's in good shape. It has a couple little misses of the glaze right there. I don't know if they were popped off and they can be touched up with some brown Sharpie, but no one signed it. You can see the marks where they like put it in the kiln to fire the glaze. So it is definitely a hobby piece. Let me tell you what size it is. It's yay big, which means it is approximately 9 inches wide by about 5.5 inches deep and about 5 inches tall. So 5 inches tall, 9.5. And the other one was this way. Oh, now I'm seeing more chips than I did before. There's another one right here. I think that's a chip versus a glaze missing. So I might have to see if I can touch him up. I didn't realize he had that many on him, but I don't even think it was even used. You could put pens and stuff like that in it if you wanted to use something like that on a desk. Thank you. Oh my goodness. One little itty bitty piece of sticker doesn't want to come off my fingers. And now this other piece, I have to unwrap all the pieces, and I'm going to try my best to not jiggle them all over the place. I know he's just chilling like a seductive little frog on his tree, hanging out with the mushrooms. Now this one reminds me more of like the tree frogs, like the rainforest tree frogs. I'm going to show you the stand first. I believe this is mass produced. It's kind of the I don't have a sticker on it though. This is a stand, so it's metal with a ceramic base. The time period is that made in Japan ceramics, and it has all these little frog shakers with the orange eyes, and that's why they remind me of the tree frog. So he has 3. He has 2. This one has 2, and this one has 3. I've not seen a stand with the shakers before. They all have their corks in it. And then they all sit on here like this. They're all just hanging out in the tree. And I think it's a pretty neat little vintage piece. Pretty kitschy. I mean, I don't know. Are we having like a lily pad in their hands? I don't know. At a mid-mod show, I would probably be putting this somewhere around $30 to $35, just because of the uniqueness of the piece. I would think it'd be hard to find it with all 4 shakers, original and or if they were replaced, that they're all mix and match. So I would start this at 25 here. But look at their little faces. I mean, those big orangey eyes, are something else, but they're just so cute. Now I'd say lily pad or a tree leaf, or I don't know. Is it, nowadays I go, is it, what is that called? Is it a ping pong paddle, or what's the other one called that everybody plays nowadays on the tennis court? I know that's not what it is, but I'm like, why are you holding just one leaf? So, yeah, you could use, yes, pickleball. You could put all different, cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg, anything you like to top your coffee with. I mean, you could really go all out and have like a really fun little display. But I haven't seen it before. I thought he was really fun. At first, I thought this was Freddy the Frog, the Sears or the Montgomery Ward's guy. But then when I got closer, I was like, no, he's not. But close enough. So, all right. Where are we at? Let's do this one. I found a scarf. I think it needs to be at about a $10 start. It is 34 inches by, I think it's square. Yeah, right around 34 by 34. I was going to see if I could find where I thought I saw a signature on it. Of course, I'm not going to find that right away. But I'm going to show you, it repeats. Oh, they're different patterns. Okay. Different patterns in each corner. So we have peach, coral, greens on a taupey gray background. Very much a Japanese style dragon around the corners. So this one has the birds and the trees. This one has a building with the trees on the side of it. Okay, so that building is on there twice with the trees, and the birds are on there twice. So they're on diagonal corners. And here is the center is just the solid color in the middle. I believe it is a polyester. I don't think it's silk. It feels much more polyester to me, and it has a serged hem. So I think it is newer, but more like 70s kind of style. But the dragon, oh, where's the dragon? Here's the dragon. Look at that. Art is just amazing. It'd be great tied on a purse. You could even use this as a centerpiece on a table and put like a clear plastic over it to have like a doily in the middle of a table or on a coffee table or something, and put clear over it so that you keep it nice and clean. But I like the artwork on it. So that's why that one came home with me. Let's see. Now I know this is newer. This will be a $4 start. Everybody is going crazy over Pioneer Woman. But this is the milk glass in her goblets I know it's from Walmart, but these originally sold for like $6, $8 a piece. And if you can find them in the milk glass or the jadeite, specifically the jadeite, those are the ones that are super popular. You can see the pattern around it. I thought, well, even though it's a onesie twosie, I was going to pick it up. I believe I said a $10 start on the scarf, Kristen. I'm sorry. I feel like I've talked a lot today for some reason. I guess it's the meeting and the Alexa and everything. Guess I did have a lot of talking today. I'll let it get all caught up. There we go. Thank you. At least it's in the chat for everybody to see. I have a couple mugs. There'll be a choice of a $4 start. This one is Lighthouse Productions. The ceramic style. I don't think that it looks like it's been hand thrown, but it is not. It's mass produced. But it's kind of a fun. I love that you're my friend on both sides. Oh, no worries, Kristen. I will try and slow down. Where's another mug? I know I got more than one mug in here. I got one up to the checkout today, and they're like, did you know this one was cracked? I was like, no. Do you still want it? No, I don't want it if it's cracked. But thank you for asking. So this one is Hallmark Naturals. And they did a whole line of cards with this lady's stuff on it. That's her name. Is it Marjolaine? I don't know. How do you pronounce that name? Marjalein is the artist. I see you, Mom. It's for this one, the friend one. And this has got like a light green base to it. And then it's got this cute little bug on the inside. She did a lot of gardening style pictures. I know there were cards and calendars and anything that Hallmark could come up with. This lady had a whole line of it with her drawings. So, all right, I got you for the mug. Thank you, Mom. Oh, well, now Jerry's in it. Well, Jerry, you can be in, or which one are you in on, Jerry? The friend one or the gardening one? If you're in on the friend one, Mom should have been. So if you haven't, if you're new here, Maria King is my mother. Sorry, so I just call her Mom in the chat. It's easier for me. Or are you in on the gardening one with the bee on the inside? Then you can each have your choice that you were wanting for 4. Or okay, perfect. You got it. One for Mom, one for Jerry. That works out super easy. But I think your paper went over here already. There it is. This will be the garden mug. Perfect. Thank you, ladies. And I think I had, oh my goodness. I'm gonna let Kristen do her job because apparently I'm missing things. So Mom said 6, Maritza was at 5. Jerry wanted the garden one. Currently I have her down for the garden one. This is the one that we are now in discussion on. So Maritza, let me know if you want to be in or out on the friend mug. There we go. I'm going to set it down and find the next thing while you guys discuss. No, that is. So Mom is staying in on the mug. Okay. Maritza, you got it. She's counting us down. Mom is out. It's Maritza. Yarn and crafts, yeah. I want to make sure we're all on the same page of everybody's name. No, make sure I'm talking about the right person when I note it down. Perfect. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully we got that all straightened out. I have one. I found all singles today. So I had that single milk glass one by Pioneer Woman, and I believe this is a single goblet style that I believe is kind of a like the Mexican blown glass style with all the frit and all the colors on the outside. This is a pretty large one. So no worries, you're all good. I know what you meant. Once I got caught up, we were all there. 7.5 inches tall and about 3.5 inches across at the top. It does have a pontil, but it is very polished. There's kind of the view from the inside. And I believe I was going to say, if I didn't say it out loud, that this would be, did I say a start on this one? It's either, I probably put 7 on it in my booth. So I was thinking either I said 4 or I said 5, but you'll have to remind me. Because see, as soon as I say it, I forget it. I'm rusty too, apparently. But again, I just have a single. Look how the color pulls down into the stem. One of the things that surprised me at the show that we did in Florida, that could be a $4 start. Might as well be a $4 start here, since I said it that way, is that there were a lot of young people and they just wanted one really fancy glass stem. I don't know if they were thinking that maybe that they could someday, the next time they come to a show, they can get another one. Or I know the other trend that is happening is they do a different color stemware for each place setting. So where I hope that sets don't get split up, people are buying just like I usually will price them individually, but they're buying just one of something and having a mix of all different colors throughout their tables. All right. So we got Mom and Jerry again. They must like the same stuff. Jerry, were you on this one? Because I don't think you were on this one, the white one. And if so, then Mom needs to be 5 or higher. It's a good size. I mean, you might not need a refill. I'm guessing that's a good, it's got to be more than 8 ounces. It's got to be close to 12. Okay. So Mrs. Kang, Maria, all the names. Would you like to be 5 or higher on that color, that goblet? All right, there we go. Back to you, Jerry. I'll try and get this sticky off while we discuss the goblet. I did find a picture that coordinates with this, but it is pretty big. I'm not a fan of shipping the bigger pieces like that, but usually those just go straight to my booth. And since it was a single glass, that's why I offered it as well. So Jerry is out. Got it. So this is the goblet at 5. Thank you so much. These are all spoken for right here. Perfect. All right. So next up I have, Mom might be able to help us out with this one. I believe this is EAPG. It does have a little bit of roughness on the foot, but it is, I believe it's a spooner. It's clear glass. I think it's older. There is some pattern on the feet, but where we have a little roughness is, let's see if we can see it right here. There's a little tiny chip right there. And there's a little roughness around the edges where the mold was. So I believe this is older, and thus why we would end up having the wear and tear on it. And because if it's EAPG, it's definitely an older, it's been around a while and came out of a mold to have those mold lines. Now, this is my 365. There's really not much showing with that. This is my 395. So take that as you will for what it is. And the spooner itself is an older shape because it's the shape that we really don't use in modern day. And it's exactly what its name is. Let's do a $7 start because of the chip on the bottom. These probably, I mean, depending on the pattern and all that stuff, even though it is clear, it probably would start around, I would say 20 to 25. But the clear is just nowhere near as popular. But the great news about these spooners are it'd be something fun to have, on your desk, to have pens and pencils in, or on your dresser, or in the bathroom. So, I don't know, it fascinates me, the patterns that they created by hand in molds, 100, 150 years ago, and then poured glass in it with such precision. So I see Miss Romola in on this one. Thank you very much. Perfect. I'll let you count it down. This one will be a show and tell while we're doing that one. I didn't peel the sticker back at the store. Oh, this one's not marked. Well, that's interesting. Then I'm not quite sure what this one is. I'm going to have to look into this more. So this will be a show and tell and something for me to research. Thank you, Miss Romola. It looks like a silver plate bowl with an embossed Scandinavian style floral on it. When I did a quick search of it, I came up with made in Sweden, and it showed a mark on the one that looked just like it. But when I've just peeled all the stickers back, there is no mark whatsoever on the bottom of this bowl. So I need to look into this and see what this really is, because that's what I thought it was, and I don't want to sell it as something that I'm thinking it's from Sweden and it's really not. I don't want to mislead anyone. So I'm going to look into that one a little bit more. And okay, I have a last one in this box. Somebody's going to have to remind me of the name of this. I can never remember the name of this glass company. I think it starts with an S. They make all those elongated swans. It's just a little bitty one. Look at how tiny he is. I want to say, they're big. They made these big ones from the 70s and all the greens and oranges and all those 70s colors. But this is just a little bitty one in yellow. His beak is really blunt. It doesn't feel like it's a break. It looks like it's not supposed to be that way, but Ozark, sooner, yeah. There's just another word that that's stuck in the back of my brain that I haven't been able to come up with all day. But I'm going to sell this one as is, where is, because he's a cutie, 6 inches long by 2.5 inches wide and about 2.5 inches tall. And then I'm going to, okay, this is the 365. I get a little tiny bit of orange here on the bottom, and the 395. It's really pretty bright, but it looks bright yellow. It doesn't look like that orange like we usually get from the cadmium. But I don't know. I don't know what that is about. That might be it, Bonnie. I was thinking there was a Canadian company. And when I ask, see, it's one of those things with Barb. I'm like, that one glass that makes the horns, that like the cornucopias and the swans that are all pulled out. And she'll rattle it off and she'll go, yep. Oh, sorry, $5, because I think either someone has fixed it or it's blunt, but it's not sharp. It could be the way it's supposed to be. I mean, I can't fix that because, oh no, not Duncan. You got me. Somebody had, it's got a little bit of patina in there. It was probably sitting out on somebody's counter. But it's really cute. It's really cutie. I usually see these in the big ones. And those I do not want to ship whatsoever. So I'll have to think about it. Maybe maybe I found my new project for another reel. Between that silver bowl and this little swan, Maybe we'll actually come up with what they really are if I do a little research on them. So, okay. Those are big, giant ones. Kathy, I need you to read my mind for the Googling skills I know you have. I thought it was a Canadian company, but I'm not sure. And if I see by me telling you I thought it started with an F, it'd totally be misleading everybody. Oh yeah. That's why I don't like shipping them. They're so big. This is a pretty fun mid-mod kind of like a divided relish appetizer kind of tray. I'm going to say a start of $18. I'd probably put 20, 25 out on at a show. Right, and the baskets too. I don't like shipping baskets anymore either. They're just so delicate. Because the boxes just go through, they're just crazy. So it's got like the holes in the middle to put the little toothpicks in. And then we have the divided areas for pickles, relish dish, anything you want for appetizers. It looks like we have strawberries, grapes, pears, and then the leaf pattern in the background. It has a cork right here because this would be hollow and you wouldn't want it to like hold water or moisture or anything. So there's a cork there. And then this makes me think that it is that Japan era ceramics because it's very similar to how they usually would mark this kind of an item. So I would say 50s, 60s. It's approximately 11 inches across, and with the fruit in the middle, we're about 3.5 inches tall. This is probably pushing the size around that I like to ship because if we get much past that 12 by 12 size box, then the shipping starts to become a lot more expensive. So, but it's got really good color and it was a good pattern. Goes with a lot of things. Look, perfect. Look at these with the beaded fruit, exact same colorway as the beaded fruit. And the purples, the yellows, and the reds. Quite mid-mod. All right. You're going down here so you don't fall off the desk. Okay. This one would probably one that would be pushing it in terms of shipping as well. It's close, but it's since it would be more flat, it's not it's not 3D all different directions. It is a cobalt bottle. I do not have the stopper or the lid for it if it had one originally. So I would probably have about 18 to 24 on my booth for this, and we can start it at 12 here. So it looks like it probably had a cork of some sort because it's not got a ground portion here or a stopper. It's got an elongated neck, goes to like a kind of a beaker shape, but it is not as wide. That's where I just took off the sticker, sorry. So it's narrower this way and then it's wider this direction, which means it is 6 inches at its widest and 4 inches this direction, 4 by 6, and it is 13 inches tall. Great color to have up in like a shelf with has sunlight that could go through it. It looks like it was probably some sort of a liqueur bottle because of the measurements that are listed on the bottom for what kind of a volume it would have. Looks like Mom's in at 12 on the Cobalt bottle. All right. Okay. I'm going to save this because I have a second one somewhere else and I want to bring them as a pair. So I'll have to put that piece to the side. So we have Mom on the bottle. Counting her down. And okay, everybody play nice over here. So we've gone through that. We did that. This you guys saw was the German mercury glass reindeer. That needs to go in a safe place. So that makes me wonder. What else is in this one? Thanks, Ma. As we packed for heading home, we downsized a bit. I feel like I'm out of focus. And combined things in boxes. So some of this that I'm looking at right now, you all might have seen already. But I know there's a few things because the box is new. Let me see. Oh, well, this is different. I believe that this is a Fenton. You've seen them before. They're called, well, the bunnies on the nest. But all I have is the bunny. And it's in the milk glass, unpainted. It does fire, so it has opalescence to it. I looked and looked, and I couldn't find the Fenton logo on the lid. I know that I've had it on the base underneath, but I also know that they did some of their animals in just the top piece to look like a figurine. So this would probably be in the area of $30 to $35 if I put it in my Fenton inventory. And I can start it at I can start it at 25 here. You can see where the glass is a little bit thinner here. That's where you're going to be able to see that opalescence show up a little bit more right here, where you can see the fire through it. The other thing that I thought might be kind of fun is I know several artists, they are always looking for the blanks in the Fenton for painting themselves. So that is, I don't see the bunny on nest very often, let alone it by itself. I don't know if it came independently, but I know like they used to have one that was a cat on like a cushion, a little trinket dish, and then they would do the cat top all by itself as a figurine. So I'm wondering if maybe some of them got out like that as well. Let's see. That one. Let's try these two. Oh, yep, we saw this one. This was the frog in jade for the Fenton nymph bowl. Oh, here's a new one. I have the silver crest heart-shaped nappy dish. It'll be a $25 start. They made this in all sorts of different colorways. This is a Fenton piece. I believe it is pre-logo. So pre-1971, 72. And this is a real, this is a very common color. There's Kim. Hi, Kim. How are you? The silver crest is referring to the clear crest that's been applied on the ruffle, on the crimp. And that is what they call it because of the way it looks as silver. I don't think this milk glass fires. No, this white does not fire. Okay. Set that aside. Oh, I have this little guy hanging out that I missed. A little metal cat figurine. It looks like he could stand either direction. He would be $3. 1 3/4 inches tall and about an inch wide, about a 1/2 inch deep. I kind of like him this way. He's looking like he's, having a really good time. A kind of a gold tone to him, but just a little guy. Kind of reminds me of the size of the Wades. All right, so where are we at with this little kitty cat? We had Mom in at 3, Bonnie in at 4, Jerry's in at 5. See, he was just laying in the weeds. Got pretty good detail. But he's heavier than the Wades because he's made out of metal. But he's reminds me of that size of like a tall Wade. So Mom and Bonnie are out. Wonderful. Jerry is in at 5. Let me find you on my list. Perfect. At 5. Thank you so much. I'll count that one down. I'm going to put, don't want it to fall out. We're just going to put it right next to the mug. Not in the mug. So I won't be dumping it out or anything. Let's see if we can find anything else in this box. I think we're getting close to the end of because all those things got combined. I think this is the last. There's a candlestick in there, but it's a giant one. So thank you, Jerry. Oh, that's right. I believe, let's see. Did I decide who this was? I think it's Fenton too, but I have a perfume. I think this one needs to start around 30. It's a clear bottle with a painting of some florals on it. It has been signed, painted by the artist. That's what I was trying to read here. It's really hard to see on the painted by Rob D. Robinson. So that name I know is a Fenton artist. It has the aspirator with the little tassel, and can you hear it? Even though it's got a little fraying up here at the top, it's still working. Where is it spraying now? Oh, there it is. Okay, right there, right in the front. This perfume is approximately 6 inches tall. And so the glass piece would be the Fenton portion. And then this they got from another company. But here I can show you nice and up close, hopefully get that glare off. There's the detailing at the top. Has like a grass and floral pattern and arching peaks. I'm not seeing where they have a Fenton logo on it, but I can see by the name of the artist that that's a Fenton artist. So then that makes me wonder if I'm just missing where they put the Fenton logo. But again, this is the $3.95, so that's that other a little bit of green, but not with the $3.65. Oh, Miss Glowy Girl is in. Thank you. Hi, Carol. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Speaking of all my Colorado people, the Loveland show is in the middle of July at the Budweiser Center up in Loveland. And that's where we'll be next here in Colorado. And so if you make sure you did see it, there is a little bit of fraying there to the cording, but the tassel and the bulb are in good condition. So thank you so much, Carol. I actually got quite a bit of glass at the as we were coming home. That's part of, I have 1, 2, 3 more boxes to get into. Three more boxes to get into that were from shopping on the way home. It is an all-around antique show. It's the one put on by Gail Kinney, and I think it's the, I'll have to find, I don't want to say it wrong, because the other one was a Rocky Mountain Antique Show or glass show. I will find it and post it on my community page. Goodness sakes, words. So the other glass show is not going to be happening. That one was put on by Jody, and that was the all glass show up in Loveland, and they couldn't come up with a date that worked for them and work with the center at the same time. So several of the vendors are going to be going to the all around antique show and having glass there. So it's going to be a little different this time around in Colorado. So let's see, is there anything else that's out? We did that. We did this. Let's see if there's anything left over here. I have a few books left. And yeah, might as well do this one here and a couple books I got left out. And then I think we'll call it a night. We're getting close to our normal time, so that's great. Thank you all again for coming and joining us tonight. You never know what's going to pop up when I'm doing when we're driving across the country. I know it's really kind of sad that the glass show isn't going to happen. Several people were really kind of bummed about it. So this one gets to be this one I'll show again. I had a few things that needed to be re-shown. It's all good. Things happened, all the stuff, and then they're available again. This is a plush little bag with the handle and the shell. It zips open. This was a I had it. It'd be a $7 start. It's by this company here, Ben. We have a little crab inside. We have a little mermaid with a purple little hairdo. We have a jellyfish. I mean, it's really clever. It'd be fun if you had somebody in a little turtle, going to a little beach vacation for a little one to have a toy. Seahorse. So that's 5 pieces. Yep, 5 pieces plus the bag. Total of $7. 3, 4, and 5. Boy, I walked around looking for a few things for a wedding present and a baby shower present at Walmart the other day, and the price of toys has gone crazy from when I was buying them for my kids. It's amazing to me how much some of the toys are costing right now, brand new. Miss Deborah, you're in on the shell. Thank you so much. I should count you down. I'll get it written down. Shell bag. So it's 6 pieces with the bag and the 5 pieces inside. Perfect. Got it. Actually, this would be a great, I know Father's Day is is pretty close. But if you have a fisherman in your life, while she's counting that one down, this will be an $8 start. Thank you, Deborah. This is new in the case, so I'm gonna just push it out. And they are sealed. So it says fly fishing cards. It's a double deck, and then each of the cards have different lures on them. And it talks about like a little bit about fly fishing on the back. Casino quality playing cards. This plastic case, and then you can see that they're sealed inside there. So they've never been opened, brand new in the container, $8. Any other information that I'm reading missing? Fly fishing has a rich and colorful history. Each 56 card deck contains images of 36 fly patterns and the 4 main species of trout, featuring the licensed art of Claire Hartman and John Q. Wright. So that's the information about what's on the cards. All right. Carol is in on the fish cards at 8. Count you down on that one. I have a couple that have some kids books, and I have some Colorado books. Oh yeah, I thought they were pretty neat. A friend of ours used to tie his own flies. I thought you gotta have some patience to do that. That's right, fishies sold. Let's do a $5 start on these choice books. So I have the Birds of the Rocky Mountains. It's the Falcon Guides. Who does them? So it has the pictures and how to identify what you're looking at. And I have same choice, $5 Colorado Wildlife. These are originally $14.95 at the bookstores. It's original retail value. So this one has the pictures of fish and wildlife and birds. It has a big mix. And this one is just birds, and this one is everything. And the next choice I have is for the lovers of history from Colorado. So Tales, Trails, and Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers, if you're not familiar with that, are like the little troublemakers that they would blame everything on in the mines if something went wrong. And that one is a local history. Look at the great little troll. So another name for a gnome or troll. So we have some real pictures of some of the real people, and then some fictitious stories or lore in the book. All right, Carol is in, and then this is the last of the choices. I have a Denver Historic Mansions. It's a hardcover. It does not have a dust jacket on it, but it says Citadels to the Empire Buildings. This was originally at Cheyenne Mountain School in Colorado Springs Library. The last time it was checked out was in 1967. And then it has a history of the architecture and buildings in Denver, all in black and white. So, yeah, I remember Mom reading us stories out of that Tommyknocker book. I'm guessing that the Molly Brown mansion is in this book. Let me look for it super fast. So Carol is in, so she's going to get her choice. This is copyright 1957. So you all know the story of the unsinkable Molly Brown. She had a mansion here in Denver, Colorado. It still exists in Denver, Colorado. That's one of the things is having a teacher as parents is that a whole bunch of this local history. We all all went and did all that stuff all the time and found out about all the local history stuff. So she was starting to count it down for Carol. So Carol was wanting the birds. And then if Mom wants the Denver houses, then everybody will be happy, I believe, for what was going on there. Debbie Reynolds, has she got a house up there too? I didn't know that one. Let's see. We're at Carol's is over here. I'm going to add that to Carol's list. Perfect. So bird book for Carol. Got it. And Mom is getting the Denver Mansions book. I think that's kind of neat. I might have to look through that a little bit. Oh, I got you. Got it. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you for the reference. Thank you for locating that reference in my brain. Denver book. Perfect. Good night, Bonnie. Have a good walk. Thanks for joining us. All right. So we do have the Tommyknockers and the Colorado Wildlife still available. And the last choices will be this pile of kids books I have out, which we will start at. I thought this one was kind of fun. Be a $3 start. My First Shapes with Frank Lloyd Wright, because obviously, and then they put it into like some of his art. And here's the square with some of his art. Thought it was pretty clever. And then, of course, the triangle with his art. $3 start on this kid's one. Excuse me, Mr. Frog. I need a place. Thank you, sir. This one can also be, I think we're going to skip up to a $5 choice. This one is Dick and Jane Reading Collection. So we have 4 different books in one hardcover. We have the old style graphics. They redid them in the chapter books for the kids and put several books in one cover. So there's We Look, We Play, Go, 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 and Jump and Run, all in this one. Was originally a $15.99 early reader book. It says ages 5 to 7. This will also be a $5 choice, which I love this one. Look at the graphics on the inside of the hardcover. Bedtime Stories. It's a hardcover, but look at the little guys around the book and the fairy on her shoulder. We have Cinderella, Snow White, Emperor's New Clothes, and Why the Sea is Salt, all illustrated with this wonder book. But some of these illustrations are fantastic. So some are black and white, like this. Some are in full color, like that. And I was going to give you it is a little bit loose, where we have a little bit of spine, 1946. So I did see that, Deborah, thank you. So where this one is, I'm just trying to show you. Where it's connected right here in the spine is a little bit loose. That's really hard to show. Like this, it's got a string in there. All right. Deborah, what I had you down. We're going to get you a new spot. Book 5. Thank you so much. And then these 2 will be the last choice for tonight. They are, my goodness, get them turned around the right direction. They're Dover Publications. I remember these from my grandma getting them for me. I remember the little mini books. These are big full-size coloring activity books. This first one is birthday coloring book, and it has a little picture that you can color next to every month, day of the month of the year. And then it has a little bit about each of the days. So this one says June 12th has a little poem, ride on the branch of a tree. Yeah, so it has a little poem with each one. And then it goes with the little picture that you can color. These will also be a $5 choice if I didn't say it out loud and said it in my head. 1974 is the copyright on this one. Here, I'm going to find my birthday. My birthday says, this woman is going to market with a basket full of eggs. She has many a weary mile to walk. I pity her tired legs. I totally understand that one. And then we have Wind in the Willows coloring book, the full size Toad's Adventures. So it's got the story, and then everything is illustrated and outlined so that you can fill in the colors, which is also part of the choice. And the copyright is 76. There's the toad at the end. So those are the last two of the kids' choices. So I think we made it through the last piles of books that I had up here already unloaded on. They were a $5 choice. Sorry. See, now my voice is starting to crack. Excuse me. I've been talking too much. Sounds like a good place to stop for tonight, I think. I think a little bit of the allergies are starting to hit me here with different things starting to bloom. Nothing major, just enough to like give me a little bit of a like this, and where I have this with the scratchy throat. So, where are we at? I will be back next week. I will double check with Stephen to see if we will be seeing him in 2 weeks on the 4th Tuesday of the month. And hopefully I will have some more boxes all ready to go for you guys for the last of the things that we found on the way home from Ohio. And then some more new treasures from being home back here in Colorado Springs. So thank you, Kristen. I'm so glad you're back and able to hang out with us. Thank you for your help and your moderating efficiency this evening. And thank you, everyone, for your support. I love the thumbs up, the comments, the subscriptions. I appreciate all of your support so much. So everybody have a great night. And I hope to see you next week. Go check out those new shorts I got going. There's a whole bunch of fun information out there. So have a good night, everyone. See you next time.